So the best thing is we can make use of social media. We can make use of social media. For example, Facebook first. We put out the products, the price, and everything. We can give out all the informations like our office address, everything about the products, the price, the working hours. So from there, they can interact with us. Then we'll get their numbers and then add them to a WhatsApp group. So that's what I feel.
Okay. Sorry, I've started recording the meeting. Please feel free. They are internal recordings. So don't be bothered. It's just for us to. I just thought that we may lose essence of the meeting if it's interesting. So I didn't want. I'll change my mind about recording, but please feel free. Our recordings are internal. Where we'll put them on YouTube. The ones that are internal trainings are marked private. You're not meant to share them with anyone. And we'll keep teaching you guys about privacy, but go ahead, please. Okay, next person. Tokumbo. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Tokumbo. Unmute.
I feel in digital marketing, we should use every little opportunity, every opportunity we have to market our product. So I don't see anything bad in leveraging your contacts. I, as a person, I think I have contacts who would buy the products if a proper marketing is being done. So I don't see anything wrong when you're leveraging your contacts when you're leveraging your contacts. I don't see anything wrong in it.
Okay. Okay, I'll come back to you, Tokumbo. Eniola.
Okay, sir. Well, I have issue with it because the first thing is that the customers might want to take advantage of it because they have our contacts. Some might go beyond business and start telling us some personal stuff.
Continue, please.
Yes, and I feel our contact is kind of private. If we want to advertise to them, we should do it based on our own interests. We should do it because we want to advertise to them. It shouldn't be a must.
Thank you, Eniola. Very well put. Rachel. Your view. So now you are no longer HR.
Sir.
Yes, your own view.
Okay. Okay, sir.
And please unmute.
Me
I'm hearing
personally.
you other people. Unmute your.
Oh, please, you guys should unmute. You guys should mute.
No, you should unmute.
Yeah, I did that already.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can.
All right. So personally, I feel like I shouldn't leverage my contacts, because if I'm giving my contacts to the company, it's just like, how would I put it now? So okay, let me use this instance. For instance, now my father, he has been working for like over 20 years now, and then he has not had any reason to like probably how will I put it? Okay, give his contacts to the company he works for, so they'll be able to say, okay, get our products or do this or advertise. So I feel like it's anybody that is passionate about it. If you feel like you should post or make ads for your company or tell people about it, fine, go on. Yes, you should do that. But then it does not mean that it should be compulsory that we leverage our contacts to the company. And our age brackets, most of us can't afford this. Most of us can't afford it. And again, if we want to sell it to our parents, like they'll be like, okay, what can this product actually do for us? For example, now in my house, we have panels. Now, if I say, okay, oh, daddy, I'm working in a solar company, oh, come and get our product. And then he asks me, okay, what benefits will this bring to me? I should be able to say the product I want to sell to him can do more than the one he has now. Then when I weighed the pros and cons, I found out that, Jesus.
Continue now. What's this?
Jesus.
What happened?
So I found out that I can only advise that we get products that can carry more, like we diversify and then start getting solar panels instead of solar this solar home sunshine, because they are small and then they can't carry too much appliances and then they are expensive. So an average Nigerian cannot really afford it. So I feel like we should diversify into products that average Nigerians can get, and then they can be happy that, okay, yes, I bought this product and then I can use it over time.
Okay. Thank you. Doris, I need to know, please go ahead. Unmute yourself. So, guys, so one of the things we are doing, right, and it's training, and you know, I will babysit you guys for a week, for a month, but I expect to see improvement. So when you're in a meeting and you want to speak, don't forget yourself. People know how to take selfie. You know how to do bum picture. Learn how to use what's it called? Social media communication tools. Yes, and you know, the truth is that, and this is why it's called a placement and a training. So I won't. What we want to see is improvement, right, and self-awareness. Okay, so it's not possible that you've done at least 10 Zoom meetings, and in every meeting, I keep reminding you to unmute yourself. It means you are not improving. Now, I can ignore you and be very nice, which is why I said that Wale Ajibade, the trainer, is different from Wale Ajibade, the boss. As your boss, I want you to be the best. I'm going to squeeze you. Okay. For those of you that are Christians, right? It says that
yes, sir.
In the Bible, right? It says that gold or iron, it goes through a refinement process. So if you're going to excel at work, we're not going to babysit you. We're not going to use all those HR principles and the rest. The moment I start babysitting you, I've marked you as useless in my book. You go through a toughening process. Now, but that toughening process will overwhelm you. But there's nothing wrong with it. In hindsight, you will then begin to understand. But every day, you must be learning. You must be paying attention to detail. I can't keep correcting you. The moment, you know, you get to a point where you can't even hold a meeting with me because I will have written that you don't know how to hold a meeting. We've done voice training, you know, so you've been exposed, you've been trained. There's a meeting, you hardly ever see me slouching in a meeting, slouching like this in a meeting. You will never catch me doing that. So we need to begin to embody some attributes that make us Black Beat staff. Yes, go ahead, Doris or Itunu. After Doris.
Okay, sir. Is Itunu, sir? I think we need a proper understanding and training, like a proper education. 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 Because, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you, but I'm seeing no on your screen.
No.
Continue. There's the message on your screen.
I think we need proper education on the products because right now, to the best of my knowledge, I don't really understand the products well and their uses.
Okay, let's
And
leave.
of
So
what
yeah.
benefit it is.
No, we're jumping. Sorry to interrupt. Let's leave product education aside first of all. Okay, but I understand that. But let's leave product education aside. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. So if you have any thoughts, if you think about anything, let me ask you how to take meetings. This is my notebook, right? If you have any thoughts, okay, something comes to your head while somebody is speaking, note it down, and then you can, or if I say pause your thoughts, write it down, you'll be giving room to address it. Okay, but I've noted down proper education on products. That's a follow-up from what Rachel was talking about, right? We'll come back to that. Hold that thought. We'll come back to that. Rachel, please go ahead.
Okay.
Unmute.
Okay, so the reason I said we should all mute ourselves was because I'm coughing. So if I cough, it would like sound in all the speakers, then it will affect you. Like you start hearing everything.
No, I don't. I'm confused.
Like I caught a cold, so I'm coughing. That was why I said everybody should mute themselves. Normally, we don't do that. We unmute ourselves.
No, I'm confused. And when I'm confused, no, I said everybody should mute themselves.
Like,
Wait, just hold on, relax.
oh, okay.
Then when you want to speak, you unmute yourself. Now, when I ask you, she's not concentrating because she's paying attention to something else. Okay, that's why you're missing, that's why you're not making sense. Right? You're having a meeting, or you're having a side meeting. When you're having a meeting, it's called one meeting. So you guys need to begin to learn this. And I'm even glad that at least the legacy staff are not here. When you are having a meeting, all this fight talk, market women behavior, right? You need to stop it. Most of you are from the same school. We didn't make a mistake, right? But when you come into the office, you are an individual. If during appraisal, when we do the first appraisal, some of you will cry because your behavior is beginning, when you're in a meeting, right? And there's no cartel, no matter how much you try to form a cartel, when we begin to do individual performance measurement, you will then realize that you are on your own. Your salary goes into your pocket. So when you're at work, it's one meeting. No hugging during meetings. Even if you have to share, you understand, be professional. That's what we're teaching you. Now, let me address some of the issues that have been raised. And I'm not addressing the individual, right? I'm addressing the issues that have been raised. And I thank you all for speaking up and speaking out. When I begin to teach you leadership principles, right, you must learn to speak out. No, mommy. No, it's too early. I'll go and pick them. Yes, I'll go at 3:25. We'll not drop your name, ma. Hello. So, sorry, I've muted there. So, number one, let me ask you a question. Anybody else to answer should raise your hand. How did you get this job? Who wants to answer? How did you hear about this opportunity? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Through WhatsApp, sir. Through
Through
WhatsApp. Through social media.
Wait, one at a time. So through social media. Through who social media? The company?
Sir,
Sorry?
we can't hear you.
I said through which social media did you hear it? Is it the company's social media?
No, sir.
Okay, Rachel.
An individual.
Rachel.
Sir,
Unmute yourself.
I heard it through WhatsApp. I saw it, sorry, on WhatsApp, on someone's WhatsApp status.
Okay.
But I felt like it was voluntary. Yeah.
Okay. That's question number one. Okay. So let me read the battle of defeat starts from the mind. If you went for an interview and you were asked a question that can you sell, you will tell them how you can sell and everything. I have over 25 years working experience. I'm grooming you. Some of you have gone for insurance training, right? So you've all said marketing as a marketer. One of the first questions I asked you guys during the digital training is, how many of you want to be a brand influencer? It shows me that one, you are not aware. Your level of awareness is low. Number two, that you cannot sell the product today. Some of you, so there are barriers and there are blockers. If I want to start analyzing everybody, understand, I would say some of you are not marketers. Let me see, not like Eniola is not a marketer. Eniola does not like selling. She just wants to be behind the desk doing design. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, that's why there are different roles, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But a business thrives on marketing. The ratio of marketers to back office is supposed to be 80-20. We also, a lot of us also come from a background of looking at the way our parents work. So our parents work in multinationals, they work in established companies, they work in civil service. So we think that is the way life is. We need to start, and that's why we're doing a digital marketing course, right? But if we don't shift and shape our mindset, if we don't take the information, I like what Tokunbo said, you leverage every opportunity. But I'll go back and read what was posted to you, because if you don't open your mind, right? Now your sales target is individual. I know people want to do HR, people want to do this, want to do that, but also remember that your primary role is first as a digital marketer. Every other thing is secondary. Now, people talk about the company. The company is nothing without people. When you start a company, it is started by people. So let me ask you another question. Rachel, if you own BB Solar, would you leverage your personal contacts in marketing BB Solar products? Or mute.
Okay. If I own BB Solar, I'm going to, sir, this thing, let me answer it straightforward. If I own BB Solar and I want to market, I'll market to my friends, oh, I started a company and this is what I do. If they purchase from me or their prospective buyers, or they message me about the products, inquiring about the product, I can. but not all my contacts.
Okay.
Thank you,
Eniola,
sir.
if you own BB Solar, would you leverage your contacts to sell your products?
Yes, I will.
All of your
Yes, I
contacts,
will.
some of your contacts, half of your contacts.
I will. I'm being realistic here. If I own, like, I've started up a business before, and I know I posted on my status for everybody to see. I posted on my personal Instagram page for everybody to see. So I will.
Okay. And I'm not forcing you guys. Don't always have the mindset of them. I'll show you some things that we're going to be doing, right? Now, as a rule, I don't update my status. So those of you that saw my status update last week or so, I did that. Oh, you're all falling off. I did that for training. I didn't do it because I update. It's very rare for me to change my status updates unless I'm doing business per se. Now, I did that on my UK line, right? It's part of what we'll be doing, okay? And then when I do it on my Nigerian number, the numbers are high. But I did that for two reasons. We want to see how many people viewed my contacts, and then how many people viewed all of the pictures. I don't think we've got time for, well, we might have time. I think I'll let me see if I can show it. I'll see if I can show it at some point. It's part of what we're going to be doing every day on the digital marketing side. On the office contact, we'll give you contacts. When you put on your status, people that don't know you, they are prospecting. You see how many of them will view your status. What we expect, but we're not making compulsory, is that you replicate some of these things on your personal line and see the impact that you are making. Now, somebody said, based on self-interest. I agreed. So when you work in a company, but you don't leverage or you don't personify the brand of the company, it will reflect in the way you speak, in the way you act, and how you grow. So that's why we say people are engaged, connected, or disconnected. Now, there's no hard and fast rule. Some people know how to separate their personal life from the business life, which is what I think Eniola was trying to point out. Okay, the other question I was going to say to you guys is, go and review all the influencers you know in Nigeria, right? From JJ Omojua to Victor Asemota to a lot of them, Tunde Ednut and co. Then check if they have a company. What you will find on Nigerian social media space, apart from the multinationals, is that companies don't gather sufficient views. It is individuals that tend to have more impact on social media. That's number one assignment for you guys. So when you started saying use company medium to do this, you have failed in marketing because it means you have not done your analysis. Go and check all the solar companies. How many of them have 5,000 followers? Then go and check even the brand influencers that have 1 million followers. Aproko Doctor, go and check his company. How many followers does it have? Then you begin to understand why personifying the brand is important. Now, we are teaching you, not for Blackbit only. A lot of you have 3 months contract. When you leave here in 3 months, or you continue here in 3 months, will your mindset be the same thing? If I check your phones, most of you don't have more than 200 contacts at the most. And you are struggling with 200 contacts. What if you have 10,000 contacts? Somebody mentioned that their friends cannot afford the product. The Facebook principle, your friend may not be, well, also your friend may not be the target, but your friend probably lives or knows somebody who might need the product and they trust you. Marketing is a game of trust. Okay, if somebody sees Adiola displaying BB Solar, why do we wear t-shirts? Tokumba has been wearing shirts. People put the t-shirt in their handbag, only wear it when they get to work. Are they personifying the brand? But when you are sharing the t-shirt, they all scramble to get it. You need to separate the self. It's important. But let's go to the message again that was sent by Rachel, if I can find it. So the message here says, let me see if I can find it. So let's read it again. Rachel, did they read the message? So it is expected. It is it is compulsory. It is expected that you will leverage your personal contacts to propagate the brand and increase brand visibility. In addition to what you do, okay, sorry, my internet went off. In addition to what you do officially, this is expected. You see, when you operate in an atmosphere of lack of trust, you view everything from a point of, they want to use my personal contacts. So you are being negative minded. You're not exploring, how can I maximize my contacts? Adiola Yaoni Jesse, that says that she does not have contacts that can buy solar, but she has contacts that can buy Jesse. Abby? Somebody hit the nail on the head. Personal interest and passion. We all want, somebody said most of their contacts don't have jobs. Are you a role model for your friends that don't have jobs? We have taken pictures. Have you put it up? Have you put up your portraits and let your friends that don't have jobs see you? Are you proud of where you are? Are you learning? The future, right? The future of the firm. What makes great firms is an aggregation of the people. That's why I'm spending time talking about culture, creating an awareness, trying to build a uniform culture in you guys to do a mindset shift. It's deliberate. If BB Solar is going to go places and you guys are in it, your mindset needs to shift. We're not going to recruit 40 people before Friday because of the mindset. But most of you are here because one person in particular took it upon herself to leverage her brand because of she believed in it. Results speak for themselves. Some people, so when you say leverage your brand, you say, oh, post a meme, we are looking for agents. We say post the meme on your status. You can post it and then you do it and it goes one day. We have to remind you the second day to do it. Do your friends repost it on your behalf? Do you trust in paid adverts? If you don't personalize marketing and you think that it's the contact that we give you, if you can't convince your friends, if you don't, we need to learn about the products. If as at now you don't know the products, you've been sitting with the products are on the internet, you've been looking at the products, you know all the reasons why the product will not sell, according to Rachel. That's fine. I agreed. There's nothing you want to say about the product, the pros and the cons that we do not know. We are not diversifying. Actually, we won't diversify on the recommendation of an entry-level candidate. It's a deliberate business that we are in. When you're a salesman, right? If your product is go and sell sheets, right? You cannot say no, sheet smells. Let's go and start selling food. That is not marketing. Every product has a market. Your job is to find the market. Over time, I'm going to teach you how to leverage your contacts. We didn't say, someone talk about their parents. Yes. The reason some of us are not moving on in life is because our parents are not leveraging their contacts. I normally give an example. Prepare your wedding guest list if you're a woman. If you treat every product as your wedding invitation, you'll be surprised at how far you will go. Because when women want to marry, they remember everybody that they have come to in contact with their life. Either the one that will give this or give that. Also, who do your parents know? Do you even talk to your parents? Do you engage them? Do you tell them as an adult, oh, you know, daddy, we are selling. Are you confident? Are you pushing what you are selling? Do you even understand what you are selling? Oh, daddy, we are selling solar. And our solar are retail solar products for this set of people. Is an alternative, blah, 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 blah. You'll be surprised that your father might even have a better idea. And say, oh, you know what? Let me speak to Chief XYZ, who is trying to do a project in the village. But if you are not proud, if you're not confident, if you're not an ambassador for the brand, you will just have a job and you'll be looking for your next job. And when you go for an interview, interviewers will see through you. And that's why a lot of people don't get jobs. One of the objectives of our training is that when you are done with this training, you should be able to ace any interview you go for. You should be a well sought after candidate. You should tick all the boxes. You should speak all the right speak, be the right spec, and live up to expectation. I'll say this as an example. We are all in the group. Only Tokumbo has changed his personal phone to BBC Live, i.e. DP. Eniola doesn't want a picture showing anywhere, and for obvious reasons. And Eniola will address the issue of sexual harassment, which is really what you are trying to allude to. It will come. It will come on the bus. One day your parents stop bringing you to work. You can't run away from it. You must learn how to handle it in the workplace, in the environment that we are in, particularly in Nigeria. Even on the official line, people will scope you. You need to learn how to manage and rebuff unwanted advances. You are selling a product. You are not selling yourself. Which is why our first assignment was on social media. Let's look at nudity, value, what sells, profanity, what sells. So let me address the issue again, the elephant in the room. Number one, we are not saying that you should be advertising BB Solar in your personal space. We're asking you to identify with BB Solar. If the office is good enough for you to take a picture and post on your social media, if the ambience is good enough and you're proud of it, then be proud of the product. As simple as that. Tell your friends what you do. Don't make decisions for them. Talk about your job. It might open the next door for you. Be an expert in what you sell. You go for an interview and they talk about your former job and you do not represent it well, you will not get the job. I can guarantee you that. It might be the difference between you and getting the next job. You might go for an interview in GT Bank and they start interviewing you. And they say, oh, where have you worked before? Oh, I worked in BB Solar. And the next question might be, how do we power our ATMs? And you begin to demonstrate that you understand solar to a reasonable extent. It might be the difference between you and the next candidate. If you don't embody the business, you can't sell the products. Only Josephine and Tokumbo have evidence that they have been propagating and trying to sell the products. Only 2 people. Why? One, because Josephine talks about it. Tokumbo puts it up on his DP. He's probably not talking about it, but people have seen it on his DP. Now, we're not asking you to turn your personal line to a marketing line. No, and we're not making it compulsory for you to do. But we're saying let's use the Facebook principle. If one person pulled out of 13 or 14, no, let's say 2 people pulled 15 people, let's forget about the ratio now. If each one of you can influence or make BB Solar known to 6 people, and those 6 people make BB Solar known to 6 people, that is how Facebook became a popular business. You have friends, you have family. Let you be the person that they want to talk to when they have anything to do with solar as a starting point. Let them know you work in a solar company. They are the ones that will challenge your knowledge. They are the ones that will challenge your intellect. It is not a stranger that calls in the office. It's not a stranger that you send a message to. No. It's your friends and family that will challenge your belonging. It's your friends and family that will challenge your conviction. And that's what we mean by that. We're saying on a best effort basis, tell people where you work, wear the t-shirts. Occasionally, put up our memes. Otherwise, we will not make progress. I need to run. I just wanted to clarify. We're not asking you to use your personal phones to do marketing. That's clarification number one. We expect you to leverage your personal contacts to make the brand visible. That's all. So what you need to go back and look at is understand the word leverage. We're not monitoring it, but have a change of mindset. Adiola, if your friends can buy t-shirts, then they can buy solar. Rachel, if your contacts can buy so clothes, then they can buy solar. Or they can tell somebody. They might be there when the conversation is going on.
All right, sir.
Okay? Eniola,
Sir.
it's okay for them to toast you. You will not remain single forever. Doris, most businesses are conducted outside of office hours. So if you think that your customer would come to you between 8 and 5, after 5 o'clock, what happens?
I will not be able to attend to them.
Okay. You need to have a digital mindset.
Because I will get home, because at that time I'm on my way, when I pick up my phone, I'm on my way home.
When you get home, when you get home.
I'll be very tired when I get home. I get home past 9. So I want to rest for the following day.
Are you an Igbo girl?
Yes, sir.
With him container. Oh, I see. Order, can you go?
My own Igbo is not too much money, but when it's business, it's time for business. When it's time for me to rest, my own personal time is different from business time. I cannot kill myself because of money. Let me stop.
Okay. I need to go and pick my kids. All right. I think that we understand. Tokumbo.
Okay, I'll make sure you answer your wife.
Okay.
All right, sir. Type us with Damola.
Damola. Oh, you know Damola by name now.
Oh, the chief yet? Yeah. Damola.
Okay, I need to run anyway. I don't want to be late to pick them. But I think, again, it's good we've had this conversation. Tokumbo, I would say explain to people, but just for clarity's sake, we're not asking you to use your contact. We're just asking you to leverage your contact. Thank you. I'll be back, but not for a meeting. I'll talk to you guys at 4:30. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.